Welcome to Radical Self-Worth, the podcast where healing is intentional, transformation is personal, and freedom from narcissistic abuse is your reality. Here we dive deep into reclaiming your power, breaking the chains of toxic relationships, and rewriting your story, one bold healing step at a time. Together we'll explore the tools, wisdom, and strategies to not just survive, but thrive. If you're ready to heal your heart, shift your mindset, and create a life built on self-worth, peace, and limitless possibilities, then you're in the right place. It's time to rise. It really is. It's time to heal, and it's time to live your truth. This is Radical Self-Worth. I am Jeremia Renee. Let's begin. Welcome back to Radical Self-Worth, Reclaim, Heal, and Thrive. I'm your host, Jeremia Renee. And today we're diving deep into a topic that has the power to transform your entire life. Self-love as a superpower. Now, if you've ever struggled with self-doubt, people-pleasing, or feeling unworthy, this episode is for you. Because the truth is, self-love isn't just a feel-good concept. It's a force, a radical act of power. And when you cultivate self-love, you're not just embracing who you are, you're setting the foundation for confidence, joy, and unshakable peace. So let's talk about why self-love is a superpower and how you can start embodying it today. This first segment is about why self-love is a superpower. Now, I think first we have to understand that self-love is not selfish. It's survival. It's the fuel that allows you to navigate life's challenges without losing yourself in the process. And when you truly love yourself, you are going to, number one, set stronger boundaries. You stop tolerating toxic relationships and environments. And two, you're going to trust yourself more. Your intuition becomes your guide and not self-doubt. Number three, you're going to irradiate confidence, meaning you're going to stop seeking external validation because you validate your goddamn self. Okay? That's the truth of the matter. And then number five is you're going to recover faster from setbacks. Rejection, failure, and disappointments don't break you. They teach you. So when you love yourself, you step into your power. And that's what makes you unstoppable, because self-love is a true superpower. Now, going into segment 2, I want to talk about how breaking through self-love blocks is extremely vital to your well-being. For many of us, self-love doesn't come naturally. Maybe you were raised in an environment that made you doubt your worth. Like I was raised in a very religious, narcissistic type of environment where you were not really able to express your feelings. You were gaslit for expressing your feelings, or if your feelings weren't toxically positive, then you were gaslit. You were made to feel as if your emotions didn't matter, and that speaking your truth was a mistake, and you learn to just hold your tongue or bite your tongue. If it wasn't something, toxically positive, then you just would be quiet. So I want to talk about some of these self-love blocks and how to break through them. Number one is limiting beliefs. If you've been conditioned to believe you're unworthy, it's time to challenge that narrative. Start replacing negative self-talk with affirmations like, I am worthy of love, success, and peace. Number two is people pleasing. If saying no feels impossible, remind yourself that your needs matter too. Start small. Practice setting one boundary at a time. Now, this was huge for me because I didn't know how to have boundaries. I am an empath by nature. And so, I would have friends and toxic coworkers and different people in my life that were siphoning my energy. But because I was so nice and I was so overly kind, and I didn't I didn't judge them for their behavior. I didn't call out their behavior specifically. Sometimes I would, but most of the time I allowed people to walk all over me with their toxic behavior, and I never checked them. I never set boundaries that were, in essence, the reflection of how I was treating myself. So it's hard to do that when you're not aware of yourself, when your emotional intelligence is lacking. So, first is definitely self-awareness, and you'll get the gist of what I'm saying. If you go back to episode 1 from this week, that episode talked a lot about self-awareness. And the third one is the fear of being seen. If you dim your light to make others comfortable, remind yourself that you are here to shine. Give yourself permission to take up space unapologetically. And let me tell you something. If you grew up in religion, or you grew up in a very toxic spiritual environment or religious environment, this probably would resonate with you, because I remember owning being myself and being who I have authentically been created to be, and being shamed for being who I was authentically created to be. And when you're shamed, and this is actually kind of piggybacking off of the last one we had, which was reclaiming your story. When you're shamed and you are not allowed to be yourself, then this is why we're talking about the fear of being seen, because being seen for who you truly are is why most people are afraid to come out of the closet and be who they have been authentically created to be. Whether you are in a sexual relationship, whether you're in a platonic relationship, whether you're in an intimate relationship, whether it doesn't really matter what you define either your sexuality or the lack thereof. You being your authentic self and it being in the proper context is you stepping into your truth, you stepping into your power, and the fear of being seen has been removed from you. The illusion of fear, because fear is the false evidence appearing real. It's not real. Fear is not real. It is something that is innately embedded into us so that we do not step outside of the societal norms of the matrix. And so when you give yourself permission to take up space unapologetically, you allow yourself to be seen and to feel heard and to be understood and to feel understood, because people will see you for who you truly are. And that is a beautiful thing. And no one should be ashamed of stepping into their authentic nature, who they have been created to be, without fear, without shame, without guilt. Because the truth is, self-love isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. So step into your power, your authentic nature, and be seen and be heard and be understood, because you deserve to live a life of freedom. And that's what that is. So segment 3 is practical ways to build radical self-love. So let's get into some real tangible ways that you can start building a strong foundation of self-love today. Number 1 is daily affirmations. Speak life over yourself. I cannot tell you this enough. Every day, start your morning with affirmations like, I am enough. I am powerful. I am loved because you are enough. You are powerful. You are loved. Number 2 is mindful self-care. Prioritize activities that nourish you, whether it's meditation, journaling, movement, or creative expression. These are extremely important. Number 3 is boundaries are self-love. Protect your energy. Say no without guilt. Walk away from what no longer serves you. These are ways to protect your energetic field, because energy vampires are everywhere, wanting to suck your energy, wanting to take you for all you are worth. And if you do not learn how to set boundaries of love to yourself, protecting your energetic boundaries, your spiritual boundaries, your emotional boundaries, then they will tap you out. And you have to be discerning of who you allow into your space, who you allow into your life, who you allow into your intimate circles, because all of these things are a reflection of you and your energetic boundaries that you uphold. Because if you don't properly set these boundaries, then you're really giving access for the enemy or the enemies around you who do not have your best interest at heart, who do not care about your well-being, to siphon your energy. So be aware and be very, very careful and discerning of your relationships, what you're thinking about, other people's projections. Your discernment is going to be key in moving forward in this act of being able to practically manage and build radical self-love. So closing, you are your own superhero. This really all starts with you. It starts with the way that you see yourself. And I want to leave you with this. You are your own superhero. Self-love is the armor that protects you, the power that fuels you, and the light that guides you. If today's episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs this message. And if you're ready to go deeper on your self-worth journey, please visit us at jeremiarenee.com for resources, coaching, and support. Let's continue this conversation. Follow me on social media. I am Jeremia Renee. Send me a message. Send me a DM. Let me know what does self-love mean to you. So until next time, keep choosing yourself, keep standing in your power, and remember, radical self-worth is your superpower. I love you all. See you next time. Thank you again for joining me on this journey of radical self-worth. Remember, every step that you take towards healing, no matter how small, is a step toward the life you deserve. One filled with peace, purpose, and unshakable self-worth. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe, leave a review, and leave a comment, and share this podcast with someone who might need a little bit of light on their path. Let's build a community of strength and healing together. Until next time, keep honoring your worth, trust your journey, and creating your reality, one empowered choice at a time. This is Radical Self-Worth. I am Jeremia Renee, and you are unstoppable.